Islam, praise Allah, Sister Tahida Najee-Ullah of Word Science Temple, California Incorporated. Um, Coming at you as Califa Media. Uh, Today, or this video, I'm going to show you my astro chart. I've been getting a lot of questions on astrology lately, so that's kind of how I operate. Um, People contact me a lot through Facebook and email, and that's if I see the same question come up, that's how I know it's time to go that way. So today I got, oh no, yesterday and today I got 4 or 5 questions about astrology and how to move past just knowing your sun, moon, and ascendant, which was a trip because they all said sun, moon, and ascendant. Oh, everybody who asked me. Um, okay, like I showed them if you just watched my last video, I have my own chart. So I hope I can get all of this. Okay, see that? This is a magnetic board. And, you know, I got tired of looking at my horoscope every day because they all say something different. I'm like, I know how to read these things, these charts. And even if I wasn't sure, I'm a board. You know, it'll click. All I got to do is look at it for a while. You know, we were doing stuff so long, it's now rendered instinct. All right. Anyway, and it is. Anyway, so this is a magnetic board, and I went and got some magnetic sheets and printed out. Oh, what did I do? I printed out a sheet and stuck it on the magnetic sheet, and then cut out the planets. Okay, they're not all on here because it's not a great big board. I might add the other ones on here. I mean, all the planets are here, but like I said, I do Adept Astrology. I go past your Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Okay. Um, I look at Chiron and Lilith and your nose and what's her name? Juno. Okay, those are asteroids, right? And then I look at your houses. Okay, like right here. See, I've got 1, 2, 3. Oh wow, it just turns. This is dope. I didn't know it did that. 4, 5. Happy accident. 6, 7. And if you look next to the number, like number 7, it says that glyph is for Pisces because when the chart is set to 0, I guess, Aries is first on your chart. It's the first house, and not Pisces, Libra, it rules the 7th house. Okay, and I got under there that the 7th house represents partnership. All right, and I'll explain what those other little glyphs are in there in just a minute if I had time to in this video. But yeah, going around 8. I don't want to mess this up. 9. Here we go. 10. Right? 11. Oh, and this is accurate as of today. 12. All right, and back to 1. Okay? So if you know, like, this is why I do Adept Astrology. You know the sign. So we can skip that. We can get to this. You know the order of the signs. So we can skip that and get to this. All right? If you don't know that, I will be coming out with videos on that. Or if you don't already have it, plug to this chick. I think her name is Najee-Ullah. I've destroyed 2 copies of her book because I use it so much. All right, I'm working on somebody else's third one, and thank goodness they keep it away from me. The only astrology book you'll ever need. Okay, it's not, but it's a very good book. It's an excellent book. Okay, and it's great for beginners. All right, and it's a good reference. It's a really good reference. Anyway, so people have been asking me about Adept Astrology. All right. They say, what about my sun, moon, ascendant? You know, I want to know what's going on, you know, and how I can start forecasting. Well, first, if you don't know what it is, you need to get an ephemeris. All right. It's an almanac of the heavens. So it tells you where the heavenly bodies are going to be every day of the year. All right. Actually, I'll provide. I'm setting up an astro class on Califa University and freebie folders, and that'll be in the freebie folder. A list of links that I use a lot. All right, and one of them is an online primers for a century, I think. All right, and but anyway, you looking at a femurs, and you can just then you need unless you're one of those people who can I can function just fine off of a list of numbers, which I was doing. That wasn't good enough for me because I like to be able to look up because I'm doing stuff like for instance, I'm about to do a postcard campaign and get a list to put together a list of all the black bookstores I can find and send them a postcard. I don't want to just do that because that's an investment. When will the energies be favorable to doing something like that? Okay, first I'm going to do the lazy thing and check my horoscope. All right, there's lots of YouTube is swarming with people who do monthly horoscopes, yearly horoscopes, all that stuff. I would suggest doing that. I'm a plugger, Najee-Ullah. She's the bomb. She's very good. Okay, excellent. Because I've been following her since May, and she's been on point since May. Okay, I mean I can read my own chart just fine, but I'm just like, let me see how you say it. Okay, so if I don't have to, yeah. If I need to just go, I got stuff to do. Let me just check this out. Najee-Ullah on YouTube. Anyway, so I'm more visually oriented. So I made a chart. Okay, and just like I said, this is accurate as of today. Today is, and yes, I do make these. I'll put a link up somewhere, posting it. It'll be $30. Yeah, because it takes some time and effort, and it comes with a set of markers, okay, and instructions. And yeah, that's it. I'll just give everything away. Anyway, if you look at the chart, I'm gonna do my best, y'all. It starts with the first house, right here. First house, ruled by Aries, correct? I'm gonna show you how I'm figuring out when to send out these postcards. Okay. So first house is Aries. Can you guess which house I'm trying to figure out? I need to see what's going on in the 7th house because I'm trying to establish business partnership, all right? Oh, it's like doing it in the mirror. Anyway, I'm trying to establish business partnerships. Okay, so the 7th house. I got to watch out what's going on in the 7th house of partnerships because that rules business and marriage, okay? And a little note, whatever your sun, moon, and ascendants are, look at the sign right across from that one. And that's how you can forecast your love life. Okay? Because the 7th house is partnerships. As you get up to that one, 5th and 6th are like flirtation. And then 7th is the actual formation of a partnership. So guess what 8 and 9 are? Exactly. It's going away again. Okay. So you need, okay? But like I said, I'll be going deeper into all this stuff. That's ADAP. Anyway, so I'm trying to grow my business. And so I look at what's going on in the 7th house. I also want to look what's going on in the 10th house of profession. Okay. The other house, people might say, oh no, you need to look at the 2nd house of possessions. No, that's your stuff. That's your means of acquiring your things. 10th house actually rules how you make your daily bread. Where do you go in the morning, or where do you go off to go and collect your stuff? And then the 2nd house rules like what are you doing with those resources? What kind of stuff are you accruing? Okay. Anyway, so I'm looking at the 7th house and the 10th house to determine what kind of partnership. When's the right time to make a move, right? So, I can't just do that. Yes, I can. First, I do a general horoscope. This thing is set to 0, okay? 12 midnight. First sign is Aries, 2nd, Taurus, 3rd, Gemini, okay? 4th is Cancer. You see what I'm doing? It's an anatomy lesson. 5th is your heart. Cancer is your chest. Leo is your heart. Leo. 6th is, give me just a second. Let me zoom out real quick. There you go. Oh, much better. Okay. Anyway, so 5th Fifth is your heart, okay, Leo. And if you're familiar with, if you have a little background in astrology, you know that the glyphs look like that body part too. But I'll go into that later. Anyway, so fifth, Virgo, okay. Libra, lower back, Scorpio, sexual organ, because it's so funny. Death and rebirth, get it? Because that's where you excrete, and that's also where you create your children. So death and rebirth. Our ancestors were just wow, right? Sagittarius is thighs. There's the skirt. Don't get too happy. Sagittarius is thighs. Aquarius is ankle, and Pisces is feet. Right. So setting it to 12 midnight, right, of the beginning of time, is it Aries. Okay. So that's how they do general horoscopes, right? Generally, if we just set it at 0, what does it look like for everybody, right? So for everybody, and like I said, this is accurate as of, what's today? September 8th, 2014. This is accurate. So today, Uranus is retrograde in Aries. Uranus is the planet of surprises. Okay, when planets are going straight, that's what you're seeing. When planets are retrograding, that's what you're receiving, if that makes sense. That's how, okay, when they're going direct, that's how you affect. When they go retrograde, that's how you receive. Okay, so if this was going straight, you'd be exerting surprises onto society. You'd be acting crazy yourself, and you probably wouldn't even know why. But since it's retrograde, crazy stuff is probably happening to you. Okay, depending on where Aries is in your chart. You gotta remember that, depending on where this is in your chart. Okay, because for me, this isn't the first house. Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. Like I said, this is set to 0. I'm gonna set it to me. Okay, so your first house is your ascendant. Okay, my ascendant is not Aries. I was born when the sun was in Gemini. My ascendant is not Gemini, so I would not set this to the 3rd house, which is Gemini. No, my ascendant is Libra. Okay, if my ascendant is Libra, I'm gonna set my clock to Libra. Okay, it's upside down. I've gotten to the point where I can just skip around with this thing. Okay, and I've only had this for like a couple of months. It's real cool. Spotted need, filler need. Okay, it works great. Anyway, so there's the 7th house. Now it's set to Libra. Now this chart, I mean, it's real convenient for me because in order to check out my horoscope, all I got to do is flip the general horoscope around. And now it's for me, okay? And this is for Libras. If you have your sun, moon, or ascendant here, this is a chart for you because you got to do all 3. Okay, so this is now set for me. This is the 1st house of self, which is Libra. And I'll go into that later. Unless you want to look it up, you can look up Libra ascendant, and you'll find out a lot about me. But anyway, Libra ascendant. Then my 2nd house. This is my 2nd house of possession. Okay, and right now Mars is there, and Saturn is there. So I'm learning a lot of lessons about possession, and forcefully so because Mars is there. But it's getting ready to go into my 3rd house of communication. My 3rd house. Okay, based on how I've set the clock. Okay, and now I want to see how it's going to do. That's for myself. Okay, so I'm gonna look at it for myself. Like I said, for generally, it will be starting with Aries. But for me, I'm gonna start it at my ascendant, whatever my ascendant is, which just happens to be the opposite of Aries. So all I got to do is flip the chart around. Anyway, like I said again, now that I've set the clock to me specifically, okay, that changes my what rules my house of career and my house of partnerships. Make sense? Generally, for everybody, those houses would be ruled by Libra, which is your house of partnership, and Capricorn is your house of profession, generally. That changes based on your ascendant, because that sets the clock. If your ascendant isn't Aries, that's not true for you, okay? If your ascendant is Taurus, your house of marriage and partnership, the 7th house, isn't Libra, or yeah, it's not Libra, it's Scorpio. Get it? Because the clock shifted specifically to fit you, okay? So anyway, so now I'm looking for my house of profession. So that is the 10th house. So house of self is Libra. So I'm going to count up 10. This is 1. Starting with Libra is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Cancer is my house of profession, and there's nothing going on. There's no planets in there. There's planets next to it that I could look at to tell me, like, okay, you know, well, there's Jupiter over there, you know, but anyway, nothing in my house of friends. But I'm talking about career. And, actually, yeah, that's a good thing. I'll get back to that. Anyway, so my 10th house has nothing going on. So I want to go look at my 7th house of partnerships, which, like I said, is opposite. So mine is Pluto. Okay, so, oh, I'm sorry. My 7th house of partnership is Aries. Okay, and yes, it does make for a very, very interesting life experience. So right now in my house of partnership, right? Because I'm trying to figure out when it's going to be a good day to send out these postcards. A good time. My house of partnership right now has Uranus retrograde in there. So Uranus is the planet of surprises, unexpected surprises, right? Usually it's like you doing something. You're exerting your force, right? But when it's retrograde, it's reversed. Somebody's going to do something to surprise me. So now I'm even thinking, looking at that, I'm like, man, do I even need to send these? You know, that could indicate, wow, you might be getting ready to get an advance from some, like, I don't know, Penguin Books. I don't know, you know, because they said, you know, industries are going to be dying left and right until they start hiring us. Could happen, right? But anyway, that's for my ascendant. Like I said, you got to do 3 horoscopes. Next, I'm going to look at the chart for my sun sign, which is Gemini. Okay, so I'm going to set the clock from Libra to Gemini. Okay, I hope y'all can see that. Okay, there we go. So now Gemini is my first house. Now I'm going to look at my chart from my sun sign perspective. You got to look at all 3. Your sun, your moon, and your ascendant. It's kind of cool because that's the father, the mother, and the child, which is you. Okay? So I look at the ascendant first. That's the closest, okay, when I check my horoscope, I check my ascendant first because that's going to tell me more about my day than my sun sign will. Okay? So I've set the clock to Gemini. Okay? And now I got to count again. I'm going again to my 10th house of profession and my 7th house of partnership. Right? So I count 10 around, but it's 12 segments, right? And this is number 1, so I'm just going to count backwards. So 1, 12, 11, 10. Okay. So when looking at it from my sun sign, Pisces rules my 10th house of profession. Is that right? Well, yes, Pisces rules my 10th house of profession. Okay, right now, today, there is a full moon in Pisces. Full moons, okay? I don't love this. Full moons are cool. You're supposed to put out whatever desire you want to see in 6 months during a new moon. Then when, like, okay, a new moon, I want to get married. So the moon is there's a new moon in Cancer. So I'm going to fill up that new moon with that desire to get married. When it comes back as a full moon in 6 months, if I've done what I'm supposed to do and put out the right energy, I'll see the result. It's pouring it back out, okay? So 6 months ago was, what, March? Okay. I don't know what I was wishing for in March. It's been such a crazy year. But anyway, full moon shine a light on whatever house that is, and whatever life issues are ruled by that sign. So in this case, in my case, looking at it like this, it's in the 10th house, okay? If we were looking at it set generally for everybody, it would be in, and this is true too, the general applies to everybody. The specific might only apply to those people with that in their chart, right? The general applies to everybody. So right now, everybody's having a full light shown on secrets and sorrows and undoings, because that's the full moon in Pisces showing that. Pisces rules all that stuff. All right, it's also shining a full light on increasing your spirituality, right? And Neptune is right there. Neptune is the planet of delusion, okay? When it's going forward, it's how you're deluding others, your deception, how you fooling people, how you tricking them, right? Misleading them. When it's retrograde, is how you fooling yourself. And right now, there's tonight, September 8th. Wow, what timing? There's a full moon in shining right on that moon. So that basically means, depending on what house this is in your chart, a big old light is being shown on a secret that you're not admitting to yourself, or that, it's a secret that you're not admitting to yourself, depending on what house is that's in. Me, this is, I guess it's saying it's something to do with career that I'm not admitting to myself. I know what it is. I've been hearing it all week. My daughter been telling me all week. I won't tell you what she said. I know what it is. It just occurred to me. From the mouths of babes, she's 12. She's been saying it all week, and I just now heard her. But yeah, there it is, right? I just now heard it because the moon is there, right? Anyway, so that's my 10th house of career. So now I'm going to count to my 7th house of partnership, which I don't have to count. Remember, it's the one right across. So the opposite of Gemini is Sagittarius, okay? Nothing going on in Sagittarius right now, but I plan ahead, right? If you look closely at Sagittarius, and now I'll explain what these little numbers are. Right there, give me a second. Right there, okay? You see the glyph for Mars, and then a date, 9/14. That means that Mars will be moving into Sagittarius on September 14th, okay? And there's Mars. Where is it? It's right there. So I got it, it's slowly creeping across that line into Sagittarius. So, right now, like I said, if I'm looking at it from my, see there? Now I'm looking at it from my sun. If I twist it here, with Libra first, I'm looking at it from my ascendant. And right there, that's my moon. Yeah, I got a cool chart. I like it. Anyway, so I'm gonna keep looking at it from my sun sign, because your sun is real powerful. Your ascendant, the planet ruled by your ascendant sign, rules your entire chart. It don't matter what your sun sign is, your moon, all that stuff. You are ruled. All those planets are dictated by your ascendant planet. Okay. In my case, it's Venus. Okay. The exalted Venus, because Venus rules Taurus and Libra. Taurus is the greedy Venus. Libra is the pretty Venus. Look it up. Anyway, so I'm looking at this from myself. Okay, like I was saying, I'm sorry. Your ascendant side the planet that rules that sign dictates your entire chart. Okay? Your sun shows the force you exert on the world. Okay? Your moon indicates your daily happenings. There you go. That's why you have to look at those three. At least those three every day. Like me, I look at the whole chart because it's right there. Anyway, I'm looking at it. That's why I look at it in that order. That's why I was saying all that. I look at it first from my ascendant, then from my sun, and then I'll look at it at my moon. But anyway, so looking at it from my sun sign, which is Gemini, I'm looking at partnership. Right across is Sagittarius, and Mars is getting ready to move into Sagittarius. Mars is a very forceful planet. Sagittarius is the planet of philosophy and friendship and travel. I think I'll wait until the moon moves there. No, I'm sorry. I'll wait until the 14th. So that's another week. I'll wait till next week to send these out because the gravitational pull of the planets will be favorable in having that come out. Good for me. And I can also be like, let me make sure that the 14th is a good day. I can see none of these other planets are going to be moving because I have them written down what their dates are based on the ephemeris I mentioned. So I would take the moon, right? Because I had that on here. On the 10th of this month is going into Aries. Yeah, it moves. See, they're magnets, right? So on the 10th is going, yeah, it's really cool. The 10th is going into Aries. Then on the 13th is going into Taurus. And like I said, I'm trying to see what's going on the 14th. So on the 15th is going into Gemini. So let me just look at it. I just want to see what it's going to look like. So on the 15th, there will be a dying moon posing Mars in Sagittarius. It's dying. You know what? Mars is going to be there for a while. It's going to be over there for a while. Okay. So I think I can wait until I think I can wait until the moon is gone past there. Get it? Yeah. I hope that was clear. So, let me put this back. So there's a full moon in Pisces, right? There's my chart. It's getting on 30 minutes with this video. I know y'all getting tired of me. You need a reading? I can sit in front of this camera and show you your whole chart based off of this. If you like to purchase this, I'll be putting up the purchase information. And yeah, that's it. I do charts. You can go on to califamedia.com, click on access full site, and then right there at the top, just right in the right corner, it says Adept Astrology, and it'll take you to the whole page. And hopefully you'll be impressed. Alright, yay, I got 2 videos out the way. And I'll be making this video and any notes I have available online at Califa University. That can be accessed the same way. Go to the califamedia.com, access full site, and click on Califa University. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out a more streamlined way to do this stuff. But yeah, that's it for now. Email any questions, comments, suggestions to califamedia@gmail.com. Oh, sorry about that. Signing off for now. Peace and love. See you when I see you.